on, everybody? This is Impulse. Welcome back to Hermitcraft Season 6. We're here in front of iTrade, guys. iTrade is already becoming popular. I'm having some hermits asking me, hey, Impulse, is that thing open? Can we come by and use it? And I thought, you know what? You know what we can do? Since I'm kind of done but not done, I haven't put together like a whole payment system and all that kind of stuff. There's still some cleanup to do in here. I said, you know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll say iTrade's almost open for business. In the meantime, go ahead and feel free to use the villagers absolutely free. Just note that once it's officially open here, we're gonna charge a small fee for use. So like a little grace period for these guys. Get in here. You know, it's just kind of get them hooked on trading. You know what I mean? And so I think some people have been in here. As you can see, I went through and kind of organized these a little bit. Well, didn't organize them, but I basically just put on signs what these guys have, so that, you know, if somebody's walking around and they go, you know what, I really want infinity, and they come over here and they go, you know what, that one's 17. I should probably do this one. It's only 6. You know what I mean? So they can make, you know, educated decisions. Be a smart shopper, if you will. But I think today, guys, we're not only going to open this thing up, we're also later on hopefully going to get to a couple small little farms, and that way, you know, that's kind of the main problem right now, is that these guys all want emeralds, but we don't really have a good way of getting emeralds just yet. So we may have to make a couple little farms, and that way we have something to sell in here that will help them out with their trading, if you know what I mean. But first, let's talk about this. I promised you guys last time I would let you know how the whole payment system is going to work. Well, that was one of the sources of revenue. I'm just going to keep walking in and out. One of the sources of revenue is going to be, you know, to purchase trading goods, right? So we got a farmer in here. If I supply wheat, potatoes, carrots, what else? Pumpkins, watermelons. If I supply all those things, they could give them to this guy and they could get emeralds, right? And then they could use those emeralds to get books. So if I sell those items, then I can make some profit there. I can make some diamonds. I just need to get some farms going to get those going, right? But the other thing is, just to get access to the building itself, I think what I'm going to do is they're going to have to be in possession of one of these. iTrade Season Pass. I'm going to sell them a Season Pass, good for the entire Hermitcraft Season 6, to get into this place. So they can get in here, they can bring their own goods to trade, they don't have to buy mine, and then they have open access to trade with any of these villagers all season long. So it's a one-time fee, not monthly or anything like that. Most of you guys are familiar with subscriptions. No, it's a Season Pass, one-time fee. They'll have to come to me to pay me, and I'll hand them one in person, and then this pass will get them through the door. Well, problem we have right now is anybody can get through the door, as you've seen me do about 20 times in the intro here. So we're going to change that with a little bit of redstone magic. So let me get out this red stuff, and we're going to organize it in a way that's going to make a door lock, basically, where the only way they can get in is by inserting their Season Pass. So yeah, let me wire up a bit of redstone and I'll show you how it works. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we've got it working. Check out this nifty little circuit we've done. This thing is great. So basically, I'll just go through this real quick. It's got an item filter, of course, right? So our Season Pass item filter, so that we know that that's in fact what they threw in there. In fact, if they try to throw anything else in there, not gonna work, which is perfect. It'll just sit there and they'll be scratching their heads going, why can't I get in? They put their Season Pass in there. You can see it immediately gets ejected and the door opens, which gives them a little bit of time to walk on through. They can pick up their pass back in, and they're inside. Of course, once they're on the inside, they can always leave if they want to, and when they're ready. But yeah, basically it goes through the item filter here, and we grab the signal once that item filter registers that final paper right there. You can see a signal goes all the way through to this repeater. Let me grab that. It goes through to this repeater here. That's basically the signal that would typically allow the item filter to let the item through. We take that, we give it a little bit of a pulse extension so that we can hold the door open for them, and then simply run the wire up. And you can see there's just a little item elevator type thing with droppers right here that get activated along with the sorter right there. So it works perfectly. Throw that in, spits it back out so they can pick it up, and they walk on inside. So now a season pass is required to get in. And we can still do this, right? We can still stack our carpet up and hide all this, I believe. We might need to bring carpet all the way out to here to hide all this redstone and stuff. Yeah, so we're going to have a little bit more carpet kind of out in this area here. So I'm going to have to collect some carpet to get this nice and covered up. Probably cover up the dropper there. Won't cover up the hopper, I don't think, because that's you know, they need to know that's where they drop their season pass. And then, yeah, it should come up. Let's just make sure. It should come up just fine through the carpet. And, yep. Should be just fine, so they can pick that up and come on inside. So yeah, that's gonna work out perfectly. Let me get a little more carpet, clean this up, and we're gonna have to give the hermits those instructions, knowing to let them know that it's no longer free to trade. Their trial period is up, and they're gonna have to buy season passes from me in person. I'm gonna hand deliver these things out so I know who's paid and who hasn't. But anyway, all right, let me clean this up. I'll be right back. I was just out looking for sheep. I ran into Ren and asked him if he'd seen any. He kind of chuckled a little bit and led me over to this, said I can grab all that I want. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Oh, because, yeah, for some reason, this has been a problem so far this season. I keep trying to make carpets and stuff and don't have enough to actually get them. So let's run through here and see if we can pick anything up here. All right, that's good enough. We won't take it all. We'll let it all in case he needs some. But, yeah, that came in very handy. I'm so glad I ran into Ren. That was perfect. Oh. I gotta grab these birch saplings. I almost ran out of birch building that trading hall, so I'm gonna grab those saplings just to make sure I'm good. But all right, I am going to head back, and Cub doesn't want to sleep tonight, so yeah, I guess that's fine. All right, there we go. It's all cleaned up. That looks pretty nice. I may put a border around this as well. That might look even better. But I put signs up saying access to iTrade requires a season pass. Please see Impulse SV to purchase a season pass. So now I just need to decide how much should we charge for this thing. I should probably put how much it's going to be on the thing here, but once they contact me, I can let them know. But I've got to decide here. I'm kind of thinking 25 diamonds for a season pass. So they give me 25 diamonds. I give them one of these pieces of paper here. And yeah, that would be it. That's all they would have to pay all season long if they wanted to for access to infinite trading in here. And what we can do is, you know, just to keep the deal spicy throughout the season, we'll continue to upgrade the villagers and add more. There's definitely enough space up above these things. So we could potentially add a second level where we kind of have like a stairway that goes up to another level that we could have trading back on the top here. That could be pretty cool. So we could always expand this thing. Anyway, what I'm getting at is that we definitely make it worth their diamonds to purchase the season pass, especially when we get a chance to explain that this thing's going to continue to evolve and get better and better. But what do you guys think? What is a fair price, would you say, for a season pass, full access to the iTrade shop here? What do you guys think? And yeah, I guess it's time to take these down. It is no longer free to get in here. So, okay, there we go. I got to clean that up. I gotta get Silk Touch so I can put in grass and turn these back into path blocks. Actually, oh, these are, never mind. These are gonna just be birch right here. We can just do that right now. That was bugging me. Okay, great. All right. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think is a fair deal. If you think 25 diamonds is a fair deal for that season pass, should it be less? Should it be more? Is there anything else I can offer inside to make myself some, you know, some diamonds? So, all right, cool. With that done, I'm going to move on to the next project, which is to get some farms up and running so that we can actually try to sell some goods in there that they can use for trading. So we're just going to, try to capitalize on this whole thing as much as possible. You guys know how that goes. But yeah, anyway, let's get some stuff together. I want to show you some cool farms. All right, so I'm here at the spawn island, and that's where we are going to build up a couple farms today. And look at this. This is the little hopper things where when stuff falls through the end portal, everything should end up right here. Let's see if there's anything here. Whoa. Whoa. How did 2 dragon heads end up? Oh, does the dragon drop its head on death? That's interesting. Anyway, the reason I'm going to be building the farms here today is because they will be able to run whether or not anybody's around, because the spawn chunks are pretty much always running. And so what we're going to do, I'm just kind of carving a little hole in the side of this hill here that we're going to tuck a couple farms into. And today what we're going to be building is a fully automatic nano farm. And we're going to do wheat, carrots, and potatoes. So this is a really cool design. I brought my redstone box, and luckily for me, I brought my bed so that when it gets dark, I don't have to worry too much. And yeah, we're gonna get this thing built up. Let's see. Oh, geez, that popped me into the wall. So yeah, I think I got all the things I need. We'll see, except for a few key ingredients at the very end. That'll be fun. Anyway, so let me go ahead and just build up the actual contraptions, and then I'll kind of go over how they work. All right, I got the first module here built up, and this is the fully automatic nano farm. It's from Mazuma Games, my buddy Cass from the Mazuma Games channel. Great design here. You can see right now this thing is getting loaded up with bone meal. It's full already. This design's pretty cool. There's the dispensers for the bone meal, and if I throw in some bone meal into this chest, it will go through a filter and bring it up and kind of fill these dispensers up evenly, which is nice. Also, this is going to be where I think we're going to bring in a carrot villager. And basically the way this works is we're going to put a villager right here. He's going to plant a carrot, and as soon as that happens, the dispensers are going to go off, and they're going to make the carrot grow, and then the carrot's going to get sucked up by a hopper and go into here, so we can generate carrots without doing anything. Basically, the villager is going to plant them for us, so we don't have to do it, which is pretty cool. You can see here when I do that, we get the bone meal clock going, so we can just leave that going, and this thing will keep going until it runs out of bone meal. So we'll make sure it's fully stocked and just let it run on its own. Pretty cool design. Anyway, if you're interested in seeing how this thing was built, links in the description, of course. It did take a lot of materials, a lot more than I planned on. My bottleneck right now is iron. This thing took like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hoppers. Yeah, that's almost a full stack of iron. Almost. So yeah, that was a lot of iron, and I don't have much more. I might be able to build up one more module today if I do a little bit of caving, but yeah, the next step is kind of going to be the hardest step anyway. I need to bring in a villager and push him into the spot right here, and then we will put some glass in front of him so he can't escape, and that's where he will live, and he will be just planting carrots all day every day, because we're in the spawn chunk. So even if nobody's on the server, this thing's gonna be running. The guy's gonna be planting carrots and stuff, so pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, like I said, the next part is to actually get the villager in here. So I'm gonna probably for this part use a boat, because the portal for this is over here. So I'll probably try to get the villager into a boat and bring him over, but I got to bring him all the way over from over here is where the portal's at, I believe. So again, another episode with more villager transportation. Oh my gosh. All right, wish me luck, guys. Well, he didn't put up a fight in the slightest. He was happy to come along with this ride. He cooperated the entire way, thankfully. And as soon as I got him in there, you can see he planted a carrot. So let's go ahead and turn this thing on. I guess it takes like a little bit of time for the first planting of the first crop here, like 30 seconds for something to happen here for him to realize that needs to be planted. So guess I'm just gonna babble for 30 seconds before that's gonna happen. I don't know, but you guys can see I dug out area. We're gonna put another one here. Oh, there he went. There he went. He picked it up, and there you go. Another one gets planted. Let's see how fast this thing goes. There he goes. Now he's started, and the bone meal is coming in. Good to go. They both should be firing. Let's see if both dispensers, I guess, yeah, you see the number is changing. So as they get used, we'll see a number kind of drain out of there. Real quick happen there. And same thing should be happening on this side with this one. Yep, you can see bone meal is definitely being used, and more is coming in from behind, I believe, unless we're already running out. It may be happening that quick. So let's take a look here. This chest should be filling up. Oh, I got a feeling I know what's going on here. I think the actual item filter down here isn't full. So that one's full. Here we go. This one's only at 3, and let me see if once, okay, I just heard one grow. Oh, he may be filling up his inventory, I bet. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's turn this off. Let's help out this process a little bit so we can actually see us get some goodies from this. And what's the best way for me to, I guess, I hate breaking glass, especially since I don't have Silk Touch, but yeah, let's just go ahead and see if we can. This isn't going to fill up his inventory. He should have 8 full spots. He may have picked up a few from the breeder in my base, so maybe he won't have all of them. Let's see. Oh, did he even? Okay. He didn't get all of them. All right, so that's good. I'm just going to let it run, and maybe I'll let it run as I'm building up the other one, and we'll see if, you know, we start to get some more carrots and stuff coming in here. But yeah, that should be fully automated now. I say fully loosely because I do have to make sure that the bone mill is stocked, and I think I can just come into this back chest here and fill it up with crazy amounts of bone meal, and we're good to go. So all right, let me turn this thing on, keep my eye on it. I'll give you a progress update in a little bit. I gotta go caving and build up another one of these guys. We'll get another one going for potatoes. All right, little update on this guy. Something's not quite working correctly here. He has been kind of refusing to do any work for me. He just did just now. Of course, I hit record, and just when I do that, he planted the seeds there. And I thought maybe he was out of carrots, so I tried to throw him a whole stack of carrots right there. That is within his range. Villagers can pick up, you know, within 3x3 around them. So it's not that he's out of carrots, although that is a concern of mine, is that he will run out of carrots at some point, and we'll have to, like, take some out and kind of feed them back to him somehow. Oh, geez. Nighttime. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. He doesn't seem to want to harvest any of the carrots. So that's fully grown. I would think that he would be happy to harvest those at this point. But, you know, I've been here long enough now to see that just doesn't that doesn't seem to happen. You know, I gave him a valid village to be part of just in case, you know, he was saying, you know, I don't belong to a village, so I'm not going to harvest crops for you. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this guy. So if you guys have any ideas, maybe it's a 1.13 bug or something. I don't know. If you guys got any ideas of what could be potentially going wrong here, please let me know. But before I build up the other two next to him, I want to make sure that this still works. So instead, we're going to switch gears. I got another couple farms I'm going to build just next to it to the side here. So I'm going to dig out this area, and then I'll get started on those instead. There it is. You guys just saw it in action. Pumpkin grew right in front of our face, activated a piston, and for some reason, the hopper underneath this full block of dirt was able to pick it up. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure why that's working, but it is. It is. The piston is pushing the pumpkin into the block, I guess, which is enough for that hopper to grab it, which is absolutely cool. I had no idea that was gonna work, and I set this thing up. I was gonna push a hopper minecart into this block to grab it, and I came back from doing a little caving, trying to get some iron and stuff, and there were pumpkins in here, and I couldn't believe it. I don't know if this is 100% reliable, but there you go. It looks to me like it's pretty reliable. Oh my gosh. This is nuts. Well, there you go. Sort of stumbled across that. Happy little accident there. So yeah, this is just going to be set up and running now in the spawn chunks here. So, you know, when I log off the server and sleep for the night in real life, I should come back and have even more going on. Like I said, I went caving for a little bit. I came back and there was 2, and then you guys just saw another one. So next, I think what I'll do is I will set up. I think I'm going to set up another one of these just like it. And by the way this is working, you can see that observer basically triggering this sticky piston, and then that's pulling this observer down, which is triggering that. So you just get a 1 pulse on there. That is so cool. That is so cool. That makes me so happy that that worked. So yeah, I'm gonna build up another one next to it for watermelons. I want to see if watermelons will work as well. If not, I have another design that I can do. So I'll probably just put it actually right next to it. So the observer would actually be right here. So that way, if this decides to grow this way, it can still get picked up. So give this guy an extra option basically to grow. That'll speed it up just a little bit. But yeah, let me build up another one and get some watermelons going. All right, so during that last cut, I learned a thing or two. I actually got a chance to talk to Cass from Mazuma Games, the inventor of this deal, and he kind of informed me that this was really just meant to be for wheat. You know, so that's the whole reason why there's the filter in there, so this guy can't pick up his seeds, and he will always have seeds to plant. So I went ahead and brought in a new villager, made sure he had seeds filling up all 8 spots of his inventory. You can see he's no longer able to pick up any more seeds, so he's constantly filled up with seeds. And as you can see, this thing is now working great. It is working really, really good. From a bone meal standpoint, we are still pretty solid. It's been running for a while. I'm going to turn it off just to save on the noise while we finish this clip up. I also learned something else, or maybe was just more of reminded by this because it's been so long since I've tried to do farms in spawn chunks. Yeah. Things don't. I've been off the server now for probably 3 hours during that last cut, and not a single pumpkin grew. So yeah, the plants don't really grow in the spawn chunks when nobody's around. They got to be player loaded apparently. So no problem, no problem. I'll just take, you know, these are just little, you know, micro farms. They should be easy enough to tear down and move. I'll probably just move it to my base where, you know, I'll probably spend a lot of my time, and that should be sufficient to keep these things running at all times. I'm still just absolutely amazed that this is working. I'm so excited about being able to use this technology here. The other thing is I tried melons, and I did notice there was some loss on the same machine for melons. There's a little bit of loss. So I looked at a machine that I believe this is the design I used last season on Hermitcraft, and what this does is I'm gonna have to use a pumpkin since I don't have any melons on me. But basically, when this grows, it just pushes the observer forward, and it will collect it into that hopper. That should be lossless even with melons. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna tear these down, and I'll decide. I'll probably do these for melons and these for pumpkins, just because it's so cool. And I don't really have slime blocks right now. That's the only slime block I own. So I'll probably just have one for now for melons and one for pumpkins. We'll see how the rates are on the thing. But anyway, it's nighttime. I'm gonna sleep again. I'm gonna tear this down and probably clean up here and head back to my base. And we're back at the base, and these are all built up here. I have done 2 that are gonna take on the pumpkins and just 1 that's gonna take on the melon, mainly because I'm out of slime. I need to find a slime chunk somewhere, or you can go to the, you know, what is it called? The swamp and the right moon and all that. I don't know. We'll find some slime some other time during the season here. But for now, this thing is working. I've been just kind of hanging out, making sure things were growing and all that kind of stuff. So we got 5 pumpkins in that one. We got 4 in that one. So that's going well. We've only had 1 melon grow so far. Got 3 slices in there. So that's working. I like this design better. It's much cleaner looking, I think. You could put, like, you know, glass wall over it and stairs or something that would look really nice, I think. This one, I don't really like that the hopper's out in front. May just go with this design and take the loss of melons. I don't know, all the way across. But this may not even be the final spot for this. I haven't decided yet. I just kind of stuffed it in here because this is where I always am, and I figured it'd be easy to keep an eye on. But while I was kind of waiting for melons and pumpkins to grow there, I was geeking out again over these nano farms. I had an idea. I wanted to see if a villager would be allowed to plant in the dark. You know, I know players can't. Obviously, that's why we did this whole trick. And I moved the piston around and stuff. I moved it to the top so I could fit this water underneath the observer a little better. And yeah, this thing is still working really good. Really, really good. Can't complain. And now you don't have the piston kind of flashing right in front of your face either. You don't even notice it because you're looking down, which is nice. So I think I like this design better. Basically, I'll just show you guys. So if you want to build it on your own, we got the observer with the wires coming out the back and then across the top to get to that piston. And then you got to cut the wires off here so that you get a straight line to the piston, basically. So pretty simple design. And it works great. But check this out. So I was playing with a little villager technology, and I basically gave this guy 8 stacks of carrots, filled his entire inventory. So he's got his entire inventory minus 1 because he planted one, which was amazing that he could even plant in the dark there. But check this out. You're kind of using Cass's design, the same one we did on the spawn island, where with a clock here. So basically just an observer clock going around to the dispensers. Check this out. We can make this thing grow. Well, it doesn't always grow, I should say. It's kind of hit or miss. So the clock has to kind of be in time with the planting of the crop. So it all has to kind of work out perfectly. So there he tried to plant, nothing happened. Tried to plant, nothing happened. But if we get it just right, you can see that there's sparkles, right? Finally some sparkles. So check this out. If we watch this chest, we got 64, 64, and then there comes 2 more. And what's happening, I believe, is that he is still staying fully stocked. Because what's happening is he picks up the carrots first before the hopper can suck it up. So whenever he plants one, see, he picks it back up, and when it gets bone mealed and it grows and we get extra carrots out of it, he picks up one of the bunch and the rest go in the chest. I think that's the way it works. The only way to really find out is to just really let this thing run for a long time. He would have to empty all 8 inventory slots. And then, if he ran out of carrots, he can no longer plant, then we would know for sure. But I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's happening, because when it doesn't get bone mealed, we don't see carrots coming through, which means he's picking them up fast enough before the hopper can actually suck them through. So, little science here, little science. I thought this would be a fun little experiment. This could be something. I don't know, we might be onto something. I tried to do this instead of the clock. I tried to stuff an observer in there as well, and the timing just didn't seem to work out. But I didn't spend a whole lot of time on it, so maybe I'll revisit that some other time. But pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool that the villagers were still allowed to plant in the dark, and I thought that could be definitely something we could take advantage of. So yeah, I mean, this guy could basically just plant crops for us now, which is cool. But of course, if we want to do it on our own, we always got this guy as well. So I'm actually running low on bone meal because of all these experiments and loading up the guy at spawn with bone meal. So I'm gonna have to spend some time at the Skelly farm. But that's all I have time for today, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, gee, that's the wrong button. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe before you go. And with that said, I'll see you guys again next time. Have a good one, everyone.